Welcome again to Theophil Academy. Today we continue with the tenses and we are going to deal with a third type of tenses. And this type is future tense. In future tense, as other previous two tenses, also it is divided into four categories. These categories, if you remember, are simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Now, let us start with our first category of future tense, which is simple future tense. Any sentence which is in simple future tense is a sentence which obeys the following rule. That sentence should start with a subject. We start with a subject. After a subject, we add a word will or shall. After the word will or shall, it is followed by the main verb, which is in its infinitive form. A main verb in its infinitive form. So, any sentence which is in simple future tense should obey this rule. Now, let us see different examples of sentences which are in simple future tense. The first example of a sentence is Jonathan will sing a good song. A second example is Mary will play football tomorrow. A third example is we shall go to school in the coming days. A fourth example is my mother will cook banana and beans on next Sunday. Now, in all of these four examples, you may find that after a subject, the word will or shall has been added. As here you see will, shall, here will. And after the word will or shall, we have added a verb which is in its infinitive form. For example, here, sing, play, go, and here is cook. So this is the general way we construct various sentences which are in simple future tense. Now, after this first category, let us see a second category, which is future continuous tense. As you see here, any sentence which is in a future continuous tense should obey the following rule. We should start with a subject. We start with a subject. A subject is followed by words will be. After these words will be, it is followed by the main verb ending with ing. A main verb ending with ing. Here we have four sentences which are in future continuous tense. As you see, our first sentence, they will be dancing music at this time. A second one, Anna will be writing when you leave here. A third example, the students will be studying effectively when an examination is near. A fourth example is, she will be marking their exercise books. Now, you may find in all of these four examples, after the subject, we have the word will be ending with a verb with ing. Will be dancing. Here, will be writing. Here, will be studying. Here, here, will be marking. Now, this is the general way we construct various sentences which are in future continuous tense. Now let us go to a third category of future tense. A third category of future tense is future perfect tense. Any sentence which is in future perfect tense should obey the following rule. We should start with a subject. After a subject, we add the word will have. After the word will have, we follow the main verb in past participle. The main verb in past participle. And we finish with the remaining part of the sentence. Remaining part. remaining part of that sentence. So this is the general rule for constructing any sentence which is in future perfect tense. We have 4 examples here. Now let us see these examples. Example number 1, our team will have played volleyball by then. Number 2, my father will not have gone to USA next month. Number 3, she will have finished that work next Monday. Number 4, after 2 coming years, I will have built my own house. Now, when you look each of these 4 sentences, you may notice that after the subject, we have added the word will have. After will have, we have added the main verb in past participle, and we have finished with the remaining part of the sentence. For example, here we have will have played, will not have gone. Here will have finished. Here will have finished. Here in the last sentence, will have built. So you may find all of these main verbs are in past participle, and they have been written after the phrase will have. So this is the way we construct various sentences in future perfect tense. Let us see the last category, which is future perfect continuous tense. Our 4th category of future tense is future perfect continuous tense. Any sentence which is in future perfect continuous tense should follow the following rule. We start with a subject. After a subject, we add will. After the word will, we add have. After have, we add been. After been, we add a main verb which ends with ing, and lastly, we add the remaining part. We add the remaining part of the sentence. Now, let us see different constructed sentences which are in future perfect continuous tense. The example number 1 is he will have been bending for the rest of the time. Number 2, will I have been helping my wife to cook within that short period of time? Number 3, she will have been surprising him on his birthday. Number 4, Meng will not have been studying for his coming test. So, in all of these 4 sentences, you may find that after the word will, we have added have, after have, been, after been, a main verb ending with ing. For example, in the first sentence, we see we have will have been bending. In our second sentence, will I have been helping. In our third sentence, will have been surprising. In our fourth sentence, will not have been studying. So this is the way we construct various sentences which are in future perfect continuous tense. Thank you for attending today's session. I welcome you in the next sessions. Have a nice moment. Bye.